Welcome to today's masterclass where we're going to talk about the art of the pitch. Today, I'm going to speak to you from three different perspectives. One, I've given dozens of pitches through my entrepreneurial career. I've raised over $35 million on the basis of the pitch. I've been acquired for over $1 billion on the basis of a pitch. I've had CEOs of Fortune 500 companies excited and engaged and recommending strategic alignment with our company on the basis of a pitch. Two, I've advised, mentored many startups such as yourselves on how to pitch, and I've been on judging panels of a number of pitch competitions. Three, I'm an angel investor, and I've been on the receiving end of many startup pitches. So suffice it to say, I know the power of the pitch, and I'm happy to share some of the best practices with you today. Pitching is a bit like applying for a job and submitting your resume along with hundreds of other candidates. Fewer than 1% of startups get VC funding. So how do you get noticed when VCs get more than 100 emails a week? They review an average of 10 pitches a week with a goal of funding 2 to 3 businesses a year. Those are very thin odds. Fewer than 5% of startups generate over $1 million in revenue. So how do you get stressed and overworked customers to engage with you, an unproven startup, in this incredibly noisy market where everyone's competing for customer attention? That's the power of the pitch that I'd like to share with you today. My promise to you, if you apply the lessons from today's talk, you will win pitch competitions. Everyone who applies the rules we discussed today will get investor funding, and you'll impress customers, earn their trust, and kickstart your sales journey. As an added bonus, contact me to review your pitch after you've applied the lessons from today's talk. The structure of a pitch is pretty consistent. There are lots of variations. Here's one from Guy Kawasaki, who was in charge of marketing for the Apple Macintosh computer way back, a true evangelist himself. And truthfully, not much has changed. Start with the title, problem and opportunity that you're solving, your value proposition, underlying magic, business model, go-to-market plan, competitive analysis, management team, financial projections, and where you are on your journey. 10 slides, easy, right? You just have to make them look nice and you're good to go. Well, not even close. There are 35 million search results that tell you how to pitch to investors. There are thousands and thousands of workshops and videos on how to give a pitch. So I have to ask you, why is it that only 1 in 100 startups gets funded? And how do you beat those odds? That's what I'm going to talk about today. Today's discussion isn't so much about the structure and the mechanics of the pitch. That's the easy bit. What I want to talk about today is how you make a world-class, standing ovation-worthy pitch that lands with impact. Now, I'm sure you all have pitch decks today, but I have 2 questions for you. 1, how do you know if your pitch is any good? 2, what precisely do you need to do right now to improve your pitch? That's the heart of today's talk. By the end of the next hour, you should be able to score your pitch, identify where you score lowest, and know exactly what you have to do to make it better. A pitch deck isn't something you can whip together overnight. It's something that takes months and months to curate. To make it a bit more real for you, I'm going to build the presentation around a fictitious startup called AI 8-Ball. This is a toy we used to play with when I was a kid. You think about a question, turn it over, and it gives you an amazingly insightful answer like, make it so. The AI 8-Ball startup is developing technology that can accurately predict the future. Creating substance is all about what I call the 5 T's: trouble, technology, traction, treasure, and team. This is the meat of every investor presentation, and it's largely the basis for how I evaluate whether or not to invest in an early stage startup.